I was like on the bus heading home after work, and yeah, I still take buses, guys. I would have been like, my watch is telling me to breathe. I think it's realized that I speak very fast. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I am back with a brand new video, third week in a row. I don't know who this new Henny is, but I love her, so let's take a moment to appreciate her. So today's look was actually meant to be another makeup one. I was going to show you guys this look that I'm wearing right now. It is a full glam kind of lashes with eyeshadow and just the whole shebang basically. I was actually using the brand new Huda Beauty Khaki Haze palette, which is absolutely stunning, but basically the lighting just wasn't agreeing, and I feel like the colours are so much more prettier than they're looking with the ring lights. So I am definitely going to refilm this look with some natural daylight so that you guys can actually see the colour and like the shades and like just everything basically. So sad times, the first video did not go as planned. I thought, what better thing to do right now than just to sit down and have a chat with you guys, tell you everything you need to know about INSTA-GLAM. So anyways, I wanted to talk you guys through how I wrote INSTA-GLAM, the process of it, how I kind of worked with the publishing company, literally everything, all the tea. So grab your cup of tea, cup of coffee, just sit down, relax and enjoy this. So let's dive in and jump straight into this video. Okay, so I'm going to begin by giving you guys a little backstory on everything that I was doing prior to the book. So I was actually writing for The Guardian at the time. I was doing like weekly newspaper articles just on basically how to do step by step, like how to do an eyeliner, how to do perfect foundation, just literally everything that you can think of that was like makeup related. And I was doing that for a good few months, I think, almost a year maybe. And at the same time also I started writing for Glamour as a freelance, and I was doing a column on just basically the glam hijabi was what the column was called. So the publishers came across those articles, they came across my first YouTube video, which was literally 3 years ago. It's actually crazy. That's literally how long the process took, guys. So they came across the video and they sent me an email telling me that they really liked my writing and they thought that it would be interesting to turn some of my work into a book. So when I first saw that email, paranoid Henny, me being the most paranoid person ever, I thought, who's trying to scam me? Like, this is a scam. So I genuinely kind of just left it unread for a while, for like a few days, because I was just trying to like, I don't know, I just genuinely couldn't believe that something like that just happens through an email, do you know what I mean? So I ended up a few days later just showing my sisters and I was like, listen, like I got this email, the email looks legit. And I don't know if I'm the only one, like when I get an email, I always look at the email that sent that email so that I can see if it's like a legit email or if it's a scam, because you know those scam accounts, just their emails don't make sense, right? So I saw the email and it felt really legit. I did some research into the person, tried to find them on LinkedIn, and everything seemed legit, but it still felt a bit too good to be true. So I spoke to my sisters about it and I was telling them like, okay, like I got this email, they're telling me that my work could basically turn into a book and they'd love to like discuss a book deal with me. So when I spoke to my sisters about this, they were like, wow, that's amazing, like go ahead. They just told me jump in because they were just thinking with their head, but I was just being beyond paranoid at this point, right? So after I decided to just kind of jump in and just dive in and think later, because if I didn't do that I just would have hesitated a lot and I would have actually missed the opportunity. So I decided to contact the lady back and told her, okay, that sounds really exciting, like I'd love to obviously like discuss it and stuff. A few weeks later, about 2 to 3 weeks, we kind of met up, we discussed everything. She asked me more about my articles that I wrote for The Guardian and for Glamour, and we kind of just spoke a little bit more about that. We spoke more about my university degree and what I did in university, and she was basically telling me just more about the company as well, because it was an actual publishing company. So I kind of had all the information. She gave me a few books. One of them was actually the braid book, which was kind of a similar style to the kind of book that they had in mind for me. So I took everything back, all the information back with me, and we said that we would like revisit it, and I waited about like 6 months. I did obviously send like a few follow-up emails here and there because I wanted to hear if there was like any update on the thing, because obviously I was excited, you know. I thought book deal like this is huge, or something I'd love to do. Like, it was a dream, but you know when it's one of those dreams that you don't ever think would become a reality, so it's like you don't even try and like move towards it because it's like so distant in the future that you just, I mean, honestly, me being a black Muslim woman, like I genuinely didn't think opportunities like this would happen for me. So I kind of started to come to terms with the idea that, okay, like I was sold a dream, this isn't gonna happen. And then 2 days later or something, I think, like, I don't know, Allah must have been listening to my prayers, but 2 days later she got in touch and she told me that they love my idea and they would love to work with me on publishing my book. So that's when, to be honest, when it got confirmed to the point of actually beginning the work, I think that was the longest like wait ever. Like, it was a lot of work trying to like organize everything. There was a lot that actually goes into creating a book that I had no idea about. Like, I genuinely thought it was going to be, okay, you write the book, you send it for approval, you make adjustments, and then you sort out the photos and the photo shoots and stuff, and then you just, there, it's done from there. But there was actually so much that went into it. There was a lot of planning, there was a lot of research, there was a lot of like, just a lot that I wasn't like prepared for. So it kind of like hit me pretty hard, but it was, honestly, it was fun. I've learned so much in that time. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you guys what happened when I got that like approval email. Honestly, I remember the day so clearly. I was on the bus heading home from work, and I remember I got that email and I was like, wait, what? And I wanted to scream on the bus, but I thought, Henny, like, hold it together, don't scream on a bus. So I held it together. I got home and I was so excited. I showed like my sisters and everyone, told my parents and stuff, and I was really excited about it. Afterwards, what did I do after? Oh yeah, no, I was so excited. So automatically, I'm the kind of person, when I get really excited about something, like I start planning for it like automatically. So I was like looking into like different books. I finished the braid book that they gave me in literally a day. Like, I read everything. I looked at the style, I kind of looked at what I liked from it, what I didn't like, made a plan for what I would like my book to be, and it kind of went from there. So it was pretty easy. I mean, I was really excited because I already kind of had the name. The name was something that we actually discussed on the first meeting before the idea even got approved. I remember my Guardian column was called INSTA-GLAM, and I like that name because it was something that, like, me, I don't know if it's just me personally, but whenever I'm going out and doing my makeup and I want to look adorable, I'm gonna put in that extra work to make it look photogenic too, so that I can get them bomb Insta pics. So it was all about teaching people how to perfect their makeup, not only in real life, but also being as selfie ready as possible, because you don't want to flash back, you want to make sure you're using the right stuff. And I just wanted to help people with that aspect of things. So coming up with the name INSTA-GLAM was like probably the easiest thing, and I'm someone that struggles with coming up with names. Like, it's not the easiest thing for me, but INSTA-GLAM kind of just, it was something that I already came up with, so it was kind of, I had to like make my baby come to life, do you know what I mean? So I've told you guys about how the idea happened, how the name came across, how the like approval process was and how long it takes. All of this was basically from like 2017, and my book launched on June 2019, so it was like 2 whole years basically for everything, and that part was the part that took the longest, right? So when it came to actually like writing the book, I literally think I wrote it in like 2 full weeks. I mean, I say writing, but honestly it's more of like a tutorial kind of book based. Like the writing is literally at a bare minimum. Most of the pages are kind of like that. So I'm gonna just share with you guys things that were really important to me in terms of making the book like come to life as I would like. So one thing that was really important to me was to have a book that had so many different types of models. Like when I was writing for The Guardian in my articles, obviously all the photos were just me. It was just, everything was done on me. So someone with like a lighter complexion or someone with like different features, they wouldn't be able to like identify with me as much. Do you know what I mean? So I wanted my book to have so many different people. So I had some lovely models, all from like different skin shades, different like skin types, just different everything. Some of them had dry skin, some of them had oily skin, some combination, and I wanted that like mixture of everything, so that so that INSTA-GLAM is for everyone rather than just people that look like me. So I wanted to, that's one thing that was really important to me. Another thing that was also important to me was making it have as less writing as possible, but still keeping it informative, because I wanted to educate as much as I could based on my own experiences, but also I want it to be easy for someone to follow, like whilst they're like getting ready. I want them to basically just have a page open and like follow the steps whilst they're getting ready. Another thing that was like super duper important to me was to make sure that the quality of the pictures were amazing. So all the products that were in there were basically products that I had, and the lovely photographer Claire Pepper, she was literally amazing. She took the best photos ever, like literally it was everything that I expected and more. So obviously I wanted everything to be perfect, so I went out, I literally invested and purchased like everything that I spoke about. The crazy thing is I had all the products already, but because they were used, I didn't want to put used products on the book. So I wanted them to be clean when I take flat lays, when we took flat lays of them. So I went and literally bought everything that I needed, because it was like, you're not gonna want to look at a book that has products that have been like used and abused. And me personally, like I really like abuse my products. Like I don't keep them to the best conditions. Like there'd be eyeshadow on the sides. So I wanted something that looked clean, that looked nice, and that just basically was like a lot more. I just wanted the whole look of the book to be clean and just minimalistic, but still like have those pops of colors where everything is just so well put together. And I'm so happy that in the end that it actually all came together like that. Let me talk you guys through the photo shoot process. So the photo shoot process, it was literally in 4 days, guys. At this time as well, I was working full time. I ended up taking a few days of holiday just to fit this in. I remember it was like in October that we started the shoots. So we had 2 days in October and 2 days in, I believe, November. So the first photo shoot day was probably the most productive. We got a lot done. We got a lot done. We ended up having a photo shoot of, the priority was to get pictures of all my models. So I focused the first 2 days of the shoot on the chapters that were like a lot more intense, that had a lot more to it. So I left like the small tutorials for like lips and eyes for like the last few days, because I thought the priority is to do the ones that are gonna take a lot more time. So the first day we got there, we had like already a plan of everything that we were gonna do. I knew the kind of shots that I wanted. So I think planning in advance, if you're ever doing anything like this, is so important, because you don't want to go to your shoot and like not know how you want it. It's so much better to go prepared and planned, because then it's just, okay, do this, let's do that, let's, like, you're getting everything out of the way, and it's kind of like a checklist and you're just ticking all the boxes. I knew I was writing the book for such a long time. At this point, the writing and all the aspects were approved. It was literally just the photos that were left, and I genuinely thought that I had like deeped it and everything. But on the first day of the photo shoot, like once the first chapter, which was the highlight and contour, when that was done, I deeped it, guys. I was like, oh my god, like this is real, this is actually happening. And when you see the pictures come to life, like the vision that you had and you've kind of made it reality now, honestly, it hits differently, guys. In this world, you just have to realize sometimes you cannot rely on people. Like, there are people that are gonna like, not even, do you know what, I think it's bad enough to like cancel on someone, but I appreciate someone cancelling so much more than someone just not showing up. Like, I feel like when it gets, sometimes there'd be people, I knew that there was going to be people that just were either going to cancel or not show up, so I always was prepared in the sense that I had loads of other models. And also sometimes it was in a, like on the, I think on the like second or the third day, it was quite quiet and not a lot of people showed up, so I didn't want to be putting myself in a situation where there wasn't time for me to do everyone at the end. So I ended up just doing some of the looks on myself, because why not? Like, I'm not gonna sit and wait for and rely on people necessarily. And I think that's one thing that I'm so happy that I didn't do. I'm so glad that I didn't like rely on anyone, and just I relied fully more on myself. And I'm so thankful for like all the models that came through, all the ones that came from very long distances. Honestly, they are the best. This wouldn't have happened without them, so I'm super glad. So now I'm gonna jump into the process of everything kind of coming together. So once the writing aspect was approved, once all the photos were done, it was just a matter of like deciding which photo was gonna go on the front cover. So the last day of the shoot was literally spent on doing my front cover. So we were deciding on so many different things. I wanted to do something that is a little bit different from my usual. Like, I'm always a nude lip type of girl, but I decided to go for a red lip. It is something very different to what I would normally do. So for me, it was the aspect of trying to like make it stand out, make it something different, and also show my creativity as much as I could. I also have a couple of the models on the book just because I really wanted everyone who sees this to kind of be like, okay, cool, like I identify with this person, I identify with this person, and to feel like INSTA-GLAM is for them, because it genuinely is. Also, the whole idea of having like the main image here and then the smaller images here, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but it's basically to kind of mimic the Instagram feed. So when you have like a photo and then you have the smaller ones, like when you're uploading, do you know what I mean? So just a little bit of creativity. To be honest, I'm gonna thank Vicky, the publisher, for helping me come up with that idea, because I just love how it came together. So when the book was fully done and all ready, and just before the launch, I was told the stores that it was gonna basically be in, and I was so excited. I mean, it was going to be up on Amazon, which for me was something really exciting because Amazon's something that everybody uses, you know? So I was really excited about that, and also hearing that it was going to be in Selfridges. Like, do you know how crazy that was? Because I used to work in Selfridges on the Huda Beauty counter a few years ago, and to hear that like my book was going to be in a store, a department store like Selfridges, like it was a pinch me moment, honestly. Also WH Smith, Waterstones, to hear it, I think that was one thing, to hear that it was going to be in these stores, but then to go to the stores and actually see it in real life. I'm going to insert an image right here for you guys to see of me going to the store and seeing my book. It was the most surreal feeling ever. Like, I'm saying surreal so much, but it genuinely was surreal, guys. Like, I saw my face in a whole store, a shop that I would always shop at, and it was just crazy to me. Also seeing people abroad in like Dubai, it was in the Dubai mall, like it's crazy to me, honestly. So I think that was something that was really exciting for me. Once I found that out, obviously I was already on a high, I was excited about everything. It was time to plan the launch party, which was the most amazing thing ever. I had like a book-shaped cake, which, oh my god, it was actually like insane, guys. You know when you plan something and then you're so stressed out, like prior to it you're so stressed out, you're like, oh my god, what if everything goes wrong? But then you get there on the day and like everything exceeds what you expected. Like, it was literally one of those moments. So I'm so thankful forever to the Instagram team, Georgia, Sunil, Kevin. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for them, like my launch party I wouldn't have known what venue to use, to be honest. So I used the Facebook office, which was really nice. I love like the photo opportunities at Instagram. So every time I'd go to an Instagram or Facebook event, So every time I'd go to an Instagram or Facebook event, I literally would fall in love with the amount of photo ops there were, and I wanted that to be at my event, and I wanted people to take photos everywhere and have like amazing backgrounds and just photos that they can share as much. So I was really excited about that. Also, if it wasn't for Matthew and Megan from the publishing company, I wouldn't have, like, honestly it was a lot to plan and like bring into life by myself. So for them to kind of plan everything with me, it was really nice. They were very supportive. They were there to like help me if I needed advice. They were just doing a lot for me, which I genuinely appreciate. So it was nice to have all of my dreams in the end kind of just come together. Honestly, I think that was the best feeling ever. So yeah, I think that's pretty much the whole process of doing the book stuff, bringing it to life, and then kind of since then just seeing it in store. I filmed a few videos with Instagram to kind of show some tutorials from the book, which was really nice. So yeah, that was all really good. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think I've covered everything. But if I have left something out, if you do have any questions, leave it in the comments below and I will answer it. If you have INSTA-GLAM, I hope you love it. And if you don't have it yet, what are you waiting for? Go buy it. Anyways, go buy it, guys. The link is in the bio. It's not in the bio. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you loved it. It was honestly really nice to just sit down and talk you guys through my book. If there's anyone that's like wanting to start a book or in the process of doing one, I just hope that you found this video useful. Honestly, my biggest advice for you would be plan and be prepared, because it cuts the workload literally in half. So yeah, I hope you guys love this video. Before I do my little intro, I wanted to let you guys know that I have picked the giveaway winner, and I will put the person's on the YouTube name on the description box. So please, could you let me know your best way to contact you so I can get your details and get this sent out to you as soon as possible. Also, I've got a little surprise. Basically, I just really am in a giving mood, really, to be honest. So this person, I picked one. I used a random picker thing to pick the first winner to win the like big box of things. They entered loads of times, so obviously that like increased their chances of winning. But basically, I personally picked out one other person. So I picked out this person because their comment was just, when I was looking through the comments, their comments really made me happy. Like, they basically was giving me a list of things to do. Basically, they suggested so many different kinds of videos, and she said that I should do, I will actually screenshot and insert the little comment here. She basically said that I should do a mukbang, but she was like, I said, I know that you said you wouldn't do a mukbang. She's a real one, guys. She watched my first video. She knows how I feel about mukbangs, and that's a real one. So because of that, I'm gonna send her out a few little goodies, and yeah, so please find your name also in the description box, and if you could let me know how the best way is to contact you so I can get your stuff sent out to you, and that's going to be a surprise. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. There's going to be plenty more giveaways in the future. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. Make sure you like this video. Keep telling me what kind of videos you guys would like me to do, because I'm making a list of everything, and it's so nice because I want to do as much content as you guys would like to see, basically. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.